Hello, everyone. Hi. How are you doing? How's everyone doing? And welcome to Be Naked with Nadia, a channel where we talk about manifestation, confidence, and everything in between. Hi, I am a mindset coach, Nadia Diaz, and I'm the founder of New Academy, a self-development brand for women who are ready to transform their beliefs, their limited beliefs, into anything that they want to, right? Because you can be, do, and have anything that you want to. It's law. It's law. And we talk a lot about universal laws in this channel, or I use a lot of the universal laws integrated in the things that I teach. But today, I'm really going to explain to you a little bit more about the law that I use, the law that is my favorite, the law that, takes me everywhere it can take you to. If you learn these basics, you can really and truly have all that you want, which is the law of assumption. I don't know if you ever heard about it. I know we hear about law of attraction, a lot of different laws that exist and that are there. And as you know, in my journey, I have learned a lot about different laws. I have applied them in my life. I have followed other coaches. I had, jumped into lessons, into programs, into coaching sessions where I really and truly wanted to learn how to be, do, and have more internally and externally, right? And a lot of it was based really and truly in my assumptions. Okay. And that is something not a lot of people tell you. That is something not a lot of coaches explain to you. That, practices are good, are amazing. Like, I had my practices for a long time in my life, and those practices did indeed help me getting somewhere. But what the practice would do, and really truly, it was to form a discipline, right? A habit within me, to help me install in my brain the amount of certainty, amount of, faith, or whatever word you want to use, that everything is possible. Because, us growing up, we are conditioned to believe that things are hard. You need to work really hard to have what you want. You need to, depend. Everyone has different type of beliefs that were installed to them from very early age. And these things that were installed to us still dictate our day-to-day lives. When we make choices, when we make decisions, when we are in a situation where, do I jump, do I not jump? You know what I mean? Like, can I build this? Can I do this? Can I not do that? Do I believe in myself? Do I believe in this thing? All of these things, we say that is logic. It's like unrealistic. A lot of people say that. But the thing is, we are constantly driven by the stories that were told to us. The stories that were told to us, the stories that we have created along the way, and the story that we keep telling ourselves. And that is the story that then manifests itself. And when we look around, we see things that we don't want to see. We're not happy where we are. And we tend to blame everyone else, but that we have the control. Yeah, you might not have the control of a lot of, let's say the the nature and things like that, massive you might not have the control of major things, as in the world war, for example. But you have the control over your life. You have the control to create, to have, to be, to do whatever you want. Like, literally. right? And the law of assumption says everything that you assume is. Therefore, when you fear something, or when you are there dwelling on something that you don't want to, you see a lot of it coming, a lot of it happening. Why? Because that is the assumption that you have within you. You have created an assumption, right? So for example, you feel that you don't have enough money. You have created an assumption that you have to work really hard, or that maybe for you to have a lot of money, you have to, I don't know, marry a rich person, like whatever assumption that I have made is what's going to show. And whatever you tell your subconscious, that is really important. Your subconscious don't have eyes. Your subconscious don't have a mind of itself. Your subconscious ain't gonna tell you, oh, that's wrong to feel. You shouldn't feel like this. You shouldn't, believe this. No. You tell your subconscious what is. And then what happens is your subconscious is going to start searching outside you for things to prove that you are right. Okay? So whatever you assume in your mind just is. Whatever you assume in your mind just has to conform. Okay? So if you start assuming and believing that you are filthy rich, guess what's going to happen? Opportunity is going to start coming to you, right? For you to get into that boat, right? But all starts with the assumption that is created by you. So how this assumption is created? This assumption is created by your thoughts, okay? And that's why mental diet is super duper important, okay? And all of these things, this is just a intro, let's say, can be done without any practices, without anything. All you need to pay attention to is your thoughts. Your thoughts create, and I think I spoke about thoughts on my last video, but your thoughts are the ones that help you creating the assumptions that you need to then for you to see externally, right? Right. So the law of assumption says what? Says that everything you assume is. And creating an assumption is repeating your new track of thought over and over again. Through repetition, you rewire your brain. And this is explained by, our big dogs in the game, right? Neville Goddard, Bob Proctor, Joe Dispenza, you name it. They all explain to you scientifically how this happens. How do you rewire your brain? In simple terms, the simple way for me to explain to you is by repetition. It's by you focusing on your thoughts. It's by you allowing the new thought to become an assumption. And that assumption then becomes your reality. Okay? You don't need to understand why or how. You just need to know that that's the process. And you just need to put yourself into a place where you can focus on what you're thinking constantly, right? You can practice whatever you want. Practice 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes a night. Do whatever you want, but focus on your thoughts. Understand that whatever you repeat in your mind is what you're creating. Therefore, let's pay attention to what we create. Are you focusing on what you want, or you are focusing on all the problems that are, around you? You must create the assumption of what is it desired, right? It's what I want. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to be, affirming for. There are other practices that you can, work on that can probably help you to get to a certain state easier. But let me remind you that the practices are not what's going to manifest. The practices for me was only to help me getting disciplined, being able to focus, learning and, new habits to bring it to my life. And then within time, I started to understand who I was, what I wanted, and how these laws, worked. And then I started trying here and there, and getting what I wanted from each, right? Getting what I wanted from each. And what I must say from my own experience is, for me, the law of assumption is the easiest and the most, strongest law out there. Well, I can't say the most strongest ones, but I can say that for me and the manifestation, it's the easiest to be applied. Because it's just a matter of you working with your thoughts. It's just a matter of you rewiring your brain. And I cannot say to you that, someone's going to say to me, oh, Nadia, but that's not easy. Yeah, that's not easy. Because we have that assumption already. You have created an assumption that is not easy. So that assumption has to change, right? You have to then change the assumption that it is easy. Everything in my life is easy. Everything in my life is easy. Everything is always working for me. Everything is always working for me. Everything is so easy. Okay? My life is easy. My connections are easy. I communicate easily. People understand me easily. Everything is so easy to me. Right? Everything in my life is working out in my favor. Everything that's happening is always working out for me. Okay? So again, you repeat these things to yourself. You repeat. You continue saying all these affirmations to yourself. So you create the new assumption, and within, it can be a split second, right? You're going to start seeing things outside happening, because that assumption is there. Like, this is how your life is. My life is easy. Everything is easy. So therefore you expect it. And you're not going to see anything less than what you expected, because that is what you decide. Okay? So you today make a decision of what is it that you want. And you today start creating the assumption that you want. Okay? You start creating the assumption of your desire. And let's go to work, girls. Girls, boys, everything. Whoever is watching me, let's go to work. Let's go to work. It's the day that if you have never heard about this, which you can search a lot. There's a lot out there, right? There's a lot of other coaches explaining in different ways. If you want more, if you want to work one-to-one with me, again, in the description, you'll find all my socials. You can check what other clients are saying as well. And you can jump on a free call with me and we can talk about the things that we can actually do together, all right? Also, there's other things that we share on social media for free, apart from, also together with this channel, which is a new thing that we brought, right? I just wanted to jump here today and talk a little bit about the law of assumption and how important the law of assumption is and how you can use it in your favor, right? And there's more coming about the law of assumption. If you have any questions, you can leave it below, send me a DM, anything, right? Just be sure that you can do it. Be sure that you can do it. And the affirmation for today is, everything in my life is easy. Everything is always working out for me. Everything in my life is so easy. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is always working out for me. Everything is easy. Okay, so I hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you later. Bye.